Now we look at capital expenditure, where we are talking both of the states and center. I'll explain the states first and then the center, although this one shows center and states. So we now come to the proposal of providing special assistance for the states. We issue a 50-year interest-free loan to the states for capital expenditure exclusively, and to the total of 12,000 crores. So this will be an interest-free 50-year loan being offered to the states, and this has three components. This 12,000 crore gets split in three parts. The first part relates to 2,500 crore for all the northeast states, which means, and for Uttrakhand and Himachal Pradesh. The northeast states alone will get 1,600 crores, which means the 8 northeast states will get 200 crores each for the next 50 years without interest. And Uttarakhand and Himachal will get 450 crore each for the next 50 years without interest. That's part 1, totaling 2,500 crores. Part 2 of this 12,000 crore that we are announcing will relate to all other states which are not covered in the part 1, which is the 8 northeastern states and 2 Uttarakhand and Himachal. So the rest of them are getting covered in this. This has a total of 7,500 crores, which will be divided in proportion to the share that they have as per the Finance Commission's devolution. So states can spend this money on capital projects. 50% will be initially given to them, and the rest 50% after the first 50% is utilized. But this total amount of 7,500 or the 2,500 for the Northeast, all of which will have to be spent by 31st March 2021. They will, please go back to the old slide. They will have to spend it by 31st March 2021. After the first 50% is spent, you get the second 50%. And that is therefore the part 2 that applies to all others also. Part 3 of the 12,000 crores being given to the states for 50 years is, now you have from the 12,000 crores, 2,500 gone to the Himalayan state, 8 plus 2, 7,500 gone to all states, but 2,000 will be for those states which, if you recall, I had during the Atmanirbhar package announcement, linked some of the performance-related incentives for borrowing. Now, whether that is happening or not, I've released that 0.5% which we had given as additional borrowing flexibility. Having delinked that, here I'm telling you, 2,000 crores will be kept for those states which fulfill at least 3 of the 4 conditions that we put. I think the notification came in May sometime, that very clearly spelled 4 different reforms which states will have to undertake, like the one nation, one ration card, power sector reforms, and also some urban development, urban local body related reforms and so on. If from among the 4, you're able to do 3, from this 2,000 crore, states will have money given to them as interest-free loan for the next 50 years. So this 12,000 crore, interest-free, you can settle suppliers' bills with it. Even pending bills can be paid with it. But it has got to be paid all before 31st March 2021. And this loan is over and above all other additional borrowing ceilings which have been given to the states. It has therefore got nothing to do with the rest of the borrowing ceilings which have been given. This is about the capital expenditure related to the states. Now I talk about the capital expenditure, capital enhanced budget provision for the center. 1,000 crores has been provided additionally to the budget which is already there for capital expenditure, 25,000 crores in addition to what has been said earlier. I think what was said earlier, Tarun Bajaj is here, he can correct me, was 4,13,000 crores. That was the amount for capital expenditure said earlier, 4,13,000 crores, if I have 4,12,000 something. Now we are giving additional 25,000 crores for budget for capital expenditure specifically on roads, defense infrastructure, water supply, urban development, and defense infrastructure, which is being repeated here, but they are for those materials, defense related infrastructure and domestically produced capital equipment. So defense infrastructure is one. The other is for defense infrastructure, domestically produced capital equipment. For any of these, if you are able to spend for the capital expenditure purposes, it will be getting an additional. We have 4 lakh something already given in the budget, 4,13,000 crores, another 25,000 crores is being added to that. And these allocations will be made during the forthcoming revised estimate discussions. 36,000 crore additional consumer demand, which is split between the 28,000 crore through LTC vouchers and 8,000 crore through the festival advance scheme. 37,000 crore additional because of the center and state capital expenditure. So we assess the total boost to the demand estimated at is about 73,000 crores. All this to be spent before 31st March 2021. Now, a very rough estimate is that the potential private sector spending through LTC tax benefit will be at least equal to the government employee-led demand of 28,000 crores. We can't make a very accurate estimate of that. What is 28,000 crore, which is a government employee-driven consumer demand boost, can be equaled. It can be equaled if potential private sector spending also happens. So in a way, we would like to suggest to the private sector that if they also look at the LTC tax spending benefits, because it also has a tax concession, equal amount like the Government of India led, employee-led consumer demand, which is we are pegging it at 28,000, and another 28,000 can come in through the private sector. That is conservative estimate. The total additional demand estimated, therefore, will exceed 1 lakh crore. That is our assessment. Measures by the government to stimulate demand, we'd like to say this as my closing remarks. Measures by the government to stimulate demand must not burden the common citizen with future inflation. We've kept that in mind. We've also kept it in mind that it must not put government debt on an unsustainable path.